Hello and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today we are going to talk about the 20-hour fast and the 4-hour feast and how we get all the nutrients that we think we need in a 4-hour feasting window. So welcome. My name is Diane Parham. I'm the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman, and our Midlife Mindset Shift course and community. And today we are going to be talking, like I said, about nutrients and how do we know we're getting enough nutrients in if we're only eating in 4 hours of a day. I ask if you guys don't mind, if you're new especially, if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button on YouTube, please take a second to hit that, hit the little bell notification. That way you will know when we are going live or when I upload something on YouTube. And then I always ask the same on Facebook as well. Please make sure that you are following the page here and that you are set up to receive all notifications. Our August 6th course will be launching soon. Registration is currently open. I'm going to put in both Facebook and YouTube comment section the link to get more information if you are in fact interested in jumping in with us. I've already seen in the comment section we have plenty of new course members already waiting for the class to start and have already registered, so you're in good hands. You have a lot of great women who are already jumping in with you. And then I also want to take just a quick second to congratulate our July 2022 Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course graduates. They just graduated this weekend. The stories coming out of the class and the community group have been absolutely mind-blowing and jaw-dropping. I'm never surprised at the results women get from class, but I'm always just amazed at the things that happen and the transformations that are taking places and the life-changing things that occur by just simply fasting 20 hours a day and really focusing on how it is we make choices in our feasting window. So let's get with today's conversation today. So one of the biggest things that people fear before even jumping in with intermittent fasting is, am I going to get all the nutrients that I need if I only feast or eat or consume things in a 4-hour feasting window? So I want you guys to do me a favor. In the comments section, I want you to just put, yes, this is your fear. Just yes, if getting enough nutrients in your feasting window is a fear that you have about fasting. And then we're going to break down what nutrients are and why it is we no longer have to have this fear if we just understand what food's role is in our life and how it is we probably are already making our bodies nutrient deficient without even fasting, right? And why it is that the fear of the fast stops us from doing amazing things for ourselves today and our future self. So let's start today's conversation off with, what are nutrients, right? And I think sometimes when we ask the question, like, am I going to get enough nutrients? I think what we really want to say is we're afraid of not getting enough calories. And what we want to think about is the fact that calories and nutrients are not synonymous, right? You can get a lot of calories and no nutrients, and you can get a lot of nutrients and very little calories. So if your actual concern is nutrients, then we have to make sure we have the mindset or the decision-making process that's going to lead us to getting what it is we say that we want, and that's good nutrients in our body. So nutrients are loosely broken down into like 7 major groups, right? We have our carbohydrates, our proteins, and our fats. The things we hear most about, also called macronutrients, just because we need to get them in the largest quantity. Excuse me for a second. So we know carbohydrates, proteins, or fats are things we get from the food that we consume. And this is the biggest group of nutrients that most of us are concerned about, and also probably the confusion we get about calories, right? Because we know, especially if you're a calorie counter, right? A lot of us have been fearful of consuming this type of nutrient and have been really comfortable consuming this type of nutrient and really confused about this nutrient. So these are the things we want to think about in the macro field of nutrients. Then we have our vitamins and our minerals. They come from the food sources that we consume and can also be used or consumed in the form of supplementation, right? So supplementing with vitamins and minerals. We talk about vitamins and minerals a lot here, especially minerals in the form of getting enough electrolytes in our system so we stay hydrated. Magnesium is probably one of the biggest minerals that most of us are running around very deficient in, and we don't even make that connection. So minerals, calcium, or magnesium, calcium, potassium, and even sodium is one of those minerals that a lot of us are very deficient in because we've been afraid to consume sodium because of the food industry, right? So these are often called micronutrients just because we need less of them than we do the macronutrients. Dietary fiber is considered a nutrient. It falls into the macro category. And if you're a macro counter, you know that there's a difference between carbohydrates in their full macro form or gram form, and then there's net carbs where we take the fiber out because our body just can't digest fiber, so it doesn't really count in a carbohydrate macro counting kind of program. But again, it is considered a macronutrient because we need a lot of fiber in our body for our body to function well and for our digestive system and yada, 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 all those things. And then water is also a nutrient, again, in the macro category, because it is one of the nutrients that we need the most of. Again, for a lot of people who are fearful of fasting because they don't think they can get the proper amount of nutrients in their feasting window, let's talk about water and minerals as two nutrients that we can consume all day long. And the one thing that a lot of people in this community who are new have the biggest mind block about, and that is consuming 100 to 150 ounces of mineralized water throughout their day. So if you're fearful of not getting enough nutrients by starting a 20-hour fast and a 4-hour feast, let's talk about macronutrients and the micronutrients of just consuming really good water with some minerals in it. No deficiency problems there if you're getting 100 to 150 ounces of water. One of the biggest questions that I get is, how do you know 100 to 150 ounces of water work? Because we've had tens of thousands of women report back that with drinking 100 to 150 ounces of water, of mineralized water, magical things are happening in their life and they're looking and feeling their best. So again, all of these types of suggestions with getting nutrients in our own individual personal body really needs to be dependent on the decisions that you're making and how you're looking and feeling. If you're following advice from someone and you're making these kind of nutrient decisions and you're not looking and feeling your best, you're getting bad advice. We do have to take responsibility for ourselves as adult women who are doing amazing things in this world. We have to take the responsibility of knowing our own body and making informed decisions based on good information, trial and error, and incorporating the nutrients that we know we need to get in our body in rotation. So macronutrients, basically coming from the food we're consuming, the carbs, the proteins, and the fats. We have minerals and vitamins, which are our micronutrients, just means that we need less of those in quantity, basically, for our body to be at its best. Dietary fiber, again, a macronutrient we get up here. And then we have our water, which again is a macronutrient. So if you're really worried, up your water game and put some minerals in it. And then you have 2 less things you have to worry about without even having to deal with food yet. Okay, so things that actually cause nutrient depletion that a lot of us people, right, with our brain, we don't think about. We think, oh my gosh, I'm going to fast for 20 hours. I'm going to go without food and I'm going to only have 4 hours to eat. I am for sure going to be depleting myself of nutrients or not get everything that I need. And we don't make the connection with all the other decisions we're making in our life that are naturally causing nutrient depletion without even having to think about fasting and feasting yet, right? Stress, huge nutrient depleter when we're not managing stress well, or we are handling stress with improper tools, right? We never think about the nutrient components of food decisions we're making in a stressful situation, right? Because a lot of us just go completely numb in our brain and we stop thinking and we just go into action mode, and we tend to consume really unhealthy things or do really unhealthy things if we haven't learned how to manage our stress well. So stress is a big nutrient depleter. Poor sleep habits will rob your body of nutrients because your body is going to have to get some way to support itself somewhere if you're not giving it sleep. So poor sleep habits will deplete your body of nutrients. Regardless of if you're fasting or not, you're going to be robbed of nutrients. Alcohol, big nutrient depletion type of choices we make in our lifestyle. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to consider alcohol as one of those bad things or that you never can partake in an alcoholic beverage. But if we're going to be honest about fears that we have and things that we're not willing to try and things that we hear on the internet that are making us make decisions before we have proof of anything, we need to consider how we're letting alcohol fall into our life. And that is depleting you of nutrients without fasting or feasting. Sugar, huge nutrient depleter, right? Because our body's going to have to make up for what it has to do to process that sugar, and it pulls nutrients to get that done. So if you're worried about nutrient depletion, check how much sugar you're consuming in a day. How much of that junky food and the exceptions are you allowing in your day? And do you tend to lean into these two things when this happens, which ends up the result of this? And oh my gosh, don't have any fear about fasting or feasting. It's already happening on its own, right? Dehydration, again, is another one of those things that's going to rob your body of nutrients because you're just not replenishing what your body needs to keep you alive. So upping that water intake, making sure you're getting those electrolytes in your water or throughout your day so that you are not facing a dehydration problem. You could be walking around dehydrated every single day and not even know it. So I always say defer to the water, defer to the minerals, and just make sure that you're constantly replenishing your body so this never has to be a problem for you. Agriculture is a huge reason so many of us are walking around with nutrient deficiencies, right? Because our fruits and vegetables and even our meat sources aren't what they used to be. So you have to make sure that you're putting yourself in a position, and this is where fasting and feasting can really be one of those lifestyles where you can get nutrient rich things in your life because you're just going to be spending less money overall on filler foods and stress relieving foods and snacky foods and mindless foods, and you can put those resources into better quality foods. So when you do feast, you're going to be able to feast on very nutrient rich choices because you're just putting your resources in a better source. And then the standard American diet, and I know we have a lot of international people here, but there's something to be said about that standard American diet that is doing none of us any favors. And it is very, very possible that you could be nutrient deficient just by following the guidelines that we have all been taught about how to nourish our bodies. What I want today's message to leave you with is the fact that you have the power to make decisions for yourself based on information that makes sense. There is no reason to be nutrient deficient, calorie deficient, any of those kind of things with a very sustainable, healthy, well thought out 20-hour fasting window and a very well thought out and common sense approach to your feasting window where you're not putting yourself in so tight of a box that you don't have the opportunity to get some variety in your life. There are a lot of people, we talk about this here all the time, who live in different nutritional camps. The carnivore camp, the plant-based camp, the paleo camp, the Whole30 camp, the macronutrient counting camp. Like there's all kinds of camps. And people who have found success and have found their place in that camp will tell you that they are thriving there despite the fact that they are living a lifestyle that is different from other people. So there are people who are living a very healthy, happy, carnivore lifestyle and don't fear being nutrient deficient. There are people who are living a very happy and healthy plant-based lifestyle who don't feel that they're nutrient deficient and they're making very informed choices for themselves. If you're worried, get out of the box. Don't put yourself in a box, and make sure that when you do make feasting choices that you're including all 7 major groups of nutrients, and you're doing that in a rotational basis. You're building in some variety, and you don't freak yourself out with no proof. There is no proof whatsoever that if you fast for 20 hours and you feast in a nutritionally dense environment in your feasting window, that you will ever have to worry about being deficient in anything. It's when we lie to ourselves about the decisions that we're making and we create that conflict that we get ourselves in trouble. So don't lie to yourself. Don't try to appease decisions that you're making that could be making you nutrient deficient and then blame it on something else. We have to get honest, and then we have to make sure that we understand what nutrients really are. It's not about calories. It's not about how many meals you eat in a day. It's about, are you getting what your body needs in order to sustain your life so that you can, in fact, be happy and healthy? That's just what nutrients are. Okay. I also want to kind of premise or end today's conversation with this little bit. For those of you who are struggling with letting go of sugar and creamer and stevia and apple cider vinegar and lemon water in your morning routine, I want you to think about that struggle that you're having, and is it really providing you with nutrient opportunities that you need to thrive? We don't ever have the conversation or dilemma in our head about the creamer that we're putting in our coffee, and is that the most nutrient dense thing we could be starting our day with. But we can argue all day long about how it's impossible to get all the nutrients that you need in a 4-hour feasting window, right? It's all about the decisions you make in your own brain, the justifications you make for that decision, and are you in fact looking and feeling your best and doing that in your most authentic way? If you can look and feel your best every day and do that in your most authentic way, this isn't going to be a problem for you because you're going to do things from an informed state. Okay. I'm going to go in and answer the questions and comments for you guys now. So make sure you put them in there. I'm going to rapid fire my way through them. I read them very quickly. I display them on the screen so you can read along with me. I'm not going to answer questions that seem repetitive and redundant. I'm going to answer them once. And if I see them keep coming up, I'm just going to pass them. And then again, I have to say, if you are conflicted about information you're hearing, or you are doing something and you're not getting the results that you hoped for, I highly encourage you, strongly encourage you to jump into class with us. Like I said, we just graduated the July 22 members. The aha moments that we've had experienced fasters, we've had clinicians in the group, we've had doctors in the group, we've had all kinds of varieties of experiences and lifestyles and people from all over the world in class, and they all had aha moments. You owe yourself the opportunity to have an aha moment. I'm going to force you to think so that you don't make decisions out of fear before you have an experience to back it up. And that's what I want to make sure we all have here in this community. Okay. Let me rapid fire my way through these questions and comments. And I'm going to ask you guys a favor. If you see that little friend of ours who jumps up in the comment section with all his vulgar stuff, just go ahead and block that person or those comments if you guys see them. Sometimes you guys see them before I do because I'm scrolling through the comment section. I give you full permission to just go ahead and block them or delete them if you see them. Pamela King, I'm so excited to be here. I'm going to be in the August 6th class and have already downloaded the information you sent me and put the information in a notebook and hopped right on board. Girlfriend, I say you're winning at that for sure. Get as much practicing as you can so that way when you come into class, you're not going to be like a deer in the headlights kind of feeling. Deer in the headlights is fine. We take that too, but you're just going to give yourself that opportunity to have a little head start. I'm super excited for you. Yolita, can I break my fast with fruit like strawberries, apples, tangerines? Thanks. I don't know. Break your fast with apples, strawberries, tangerines, and then come back and tell us how that worked for you. I don't know if that's going to work for you. I know it won't work for me personally. It won't make me feel my best, but you have to try that out for you and get an answer for yourself. Becky, really excited for this topic. Thank you, Diane. You're welcome. And I hope I answered the questions or the fears that you had about fasting and getting all the nutrients that you need. Liz, how do you deal with medication that requires food to take it within a 3 times a day medication? So I always say go back to the pharmacy that you got it from or your doctor and ask why you have to take food with it. And then see how that works. We have had women who've asked that question of their doctor and their doctor's like, yeah, no, fine, just go ahead and take it. You don't need you don't need food. Or you can get information back like you just need to have a base in your stomach. So, have some unsweetened almond milk or eat an avocado or something. I think a lot of times when we think about we have to take food with our medication, we think we have to have a buttered croissant or something or peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No, just put something in your stomach and then have an understanding of why you have to put that thing in your stomach and then pick something that's going to serve you. You always have to take your medicine based off what your doctor's recommendation is, regardless of fasting. C. Leone, 84. Glad to be joining you live. Oh, it's Suzanne from the July 22 class. Suzanne, congratulations, my friend. You are a graduate of the Intermittent Fasting course. I hope that feels good. GD, can you please do a show on how to get rid of those flesh and the hanging neck after the weight loss? Loose flesh. Fasting helps with that. Remember, when you get your body into that state of autophagy, which can happen in an intermittent fasting protocol of 20 hours of fasting and 4 hours of feasting, consistently over time, your body's going to do that for you. So consistently fast, feast on nutrient-dense foods, and you'll notice that the skin problems will start to take care of themselves. And if you're the type of person that you think would benefit from some prolonged fasting, like a 48, 36, 72-hour fast might be something that could kickstart that for you. PJ Padlock, hello, girlfriend. Hopefully you've subscribed. You're new here. Okay, so that's the information about jumping into the next course. Nisi, we're so glad you made it today. 1960 Genius, glad to be here for live. So glad to have you, and I love your YouTube handle. Marianne, how many times during the week can you do the 20-hour fast? What is a good time of the day is good to start the fast? I always say lean into the fast. There's no reason why you can't fast for 20 hours every single day. There's no reason that you cannot fast for 20 hours every single day. And then I always just say, give yourself the freedom and flexibility to let life happen and allow for memory making moments. So those are the exceptions you can build in. And then you have to figure out the best time to fast and feast according to your lifestyle. There's no perfect time to start a fast. There's no perfect time to end a fast. There's just your perfect time. Christina, proud July 22 grad. Yes, you are, my friend. Take the class, everyone. You won't regret it. I lost 10 pounds and gained a whole new mindset and lifestyle that works for me. I feel amazing and am living my best life. Girlfriend, I am so happy for you. I am so proud of you. Give yourself a big hug from me today. You're doing good things. Now rinse and repeat everything that you learned in class, and then keep checking in with us here on YouTube for these lives, because that will keep reinforcing all the things that you learned in class. Girl, I'm happy for you. Idina, I'm so excited to join you live. So good to have you with us. Althea, I guess it is. New to your podcast and 20-hour fasting. I'm from Trinidad, West Indies, and excited to do the 20-hour fast. Yeah, girlfriend, do it. Do it. You will not regret it. It is super, super fun. If you ever get a chance to jump into class with us, I highly recommend that as well. Hannah, yep. Okay, so all these people who are afraid of becoming nutrient deficient when practicing an intermittent fasting lifestyle, I would say fear these things more than fasting long and feasting well. If you fast long and feast well, you will never have to worry about nutrient depletion. If you hang on to these kind of things in your life on the regular, you would definitely have to worry about nutrient deficiency for sure. I've been under eating. How do you know you've been under eating? I want to know how you know that. Super, not a fear, just want to make sure I stay healthy. Yeah, for sure. That's why we go and we get blood work done annually, right? And we check in with ourselves. How are you looking today? Do you look healthy? How do you feel today? Do you feel healthy? How's your brain making decisions? Are they making healthy decisions? Like all those things are going to lead you down the path of staying healthy, staying current with your doctor, like getting an annual physical, getting blood work done, getting your mammogram done, like getting your calcium heart score test done. Like all those things are going to ensure that the decisions you're making are leading you down a healthy path. If you go to the doctor and you get some news that maybe is not something that is leading you down a healthy path, you just need to make new decisions that are going to put you on the path to health. That's it. Super simple. Althea, yes, especially because I'm 71 years old. Okay, so you're fearful of being nutrient deficient because you're 71 years old. Girlfriend, age doesn't need to put that fear in you. So many women in their 70s and 80s and even 90s. I'm helping my mother-in-law, who's 93, I believe, reverse her diabetic condition, and she's doing it the same way I'm teaching you guys here. So age does not determine that. Decisions determine all that. Okay, so just make sure you're making the right decisions. PMG and Co. It's not a fear of mine, but it concerns people who I know feast, who know I feast for 4 hours. That's not their business, my friend. It is not their business. And I bet you if you put a microscope on their life, you would find that they are making pretty silly decisions, especially if they're fearful of what you're doing for you, right? So just make decisions for you. Everybody else's thoughts are none of your business. None of your business. Hi, Diane. So excited. I'm joining the August class. Okay. Ellie Lou, I think it is. I'm super excited to have you, girlfriend. I love a women with Y's in the middle of their name as a DYANN person. So I'm super excited to have you. Okay. We don't need to have that person. Tracy, July 22 grad, no fear really. Just want to make the most of my feasting window for my health's sake. Then just make healthy decisions. That's all you got to do. Make really informed, healthy decisions. And if you're conflicted on a decision you're about to make and you feel like that in like your gut, Listen to your gut for sure. And then just know that you also got to allow for life happening and memory making moments that might not always be the most healthiest, but if they're healthy enough, you can ebb and flow in that too. I'm fasting 20 hours and have begun to feel very fatigued. I'm eating organic, cooking my own food, and I'm mostly plant-based. Happy to hear what I need to tweak on the nutrient side of things. Yes, for sure. It's probably some electrolytes you need to get in. Jane, good morning. I'm on 1 meal a day for 3 months now, along with exercise. And how long does it take to lose the belly fat? It all depends on how well your body's healing. So our body decides the hierarchy of healing. And if your body's healing other things, then you just sit patiently with the belly fat around the middle and then hope that your body will get to that when everything else is healed. And then you also have to make sure that the decisions you're making in your feasting window are going to support the opportunity for your body to utilize the belly fat as a resource for energy. And then that happens when your hunger hormones are balanced out. Idina, happy to join you from the Bahamas, girlfriend. You always come in with this Bahama comment and makes me want to be in the Bahamas. Heather, will fasting help with gallbladder issues? I can't say yes or no because I am not a doctor. I can tell you that we have had women in our community with gallbladder issues who no longer categorize themselves as women with gallbladder issues. So I hope that will kind of give you some information and excitement there. I definitely recommend jumping into class with us so you can learn all the things that will create a healthy foundation for you. Joanna, no fear if I eat nutrient dense food and have my electrolytes plus a lot of water. That's because you're making informed decisions, right? So good for you, girlfriend. That's the way we should be living. Katie, I got that Nature Valley water you've shown and drank one a day. Can you drink that all day? Is it possible to get too much of those electrolytes a day? No, because you're drinking it with water. So everything's, processing through your body. I only drink that water and an occasional LaCroix. So I have about 100 ounces. My goal is 100 to 150 ounces a day of Mountain Valley water specifically. So I don't think you can get too much of it. Fiona, signed up for the August class. So excited. Girlfriend, I am so excited to have you as well. We're going to be getting started in a couple of weeks. So just hang tight. Make sure you've downloaded the documents that I sent you in an email as well. Melissa, learning to love me, joined your August 6th class, downloaded my materials on day 35 of doing this on my own. You're so awesome. Thank you, my friend. And I love that you're learning to love you. That's the only way to love for sure. And you're going to love class. So can't wait to have you in. Katie, okay, I think you answered my question. Awesome. Sharon, what is mineralized water? It is water that has minerals in it. So it's usually spring water. This is the one that I drink. This is the sparkling version. I have one of these a day, usually the first thing in the morning. It has magnesium, potassium, and calcium in it. And then I supplement with sodium. Lorna, mineral water where I live is $5 a bottle, so consuming at least 4 bottles a day would be too expensive to buy. Is there a good electrolyte powder I could make my own mineral? I think a lot of people get Trace Minerals. It's TRACE. I think that's the brand. Just Google Trace Minerals. I think you can get some on Amazon. A lot of people just drop some of that in their water. Julie, hey, fellow Cali girl, increasing my water intake. I think I heard you say one time that we should use or add minerals to our water. How do you add minerals if we're not sure the water we buy has it? So if you buy water, Google the water, and they should have something that says what their mineral makeup is in that water, if it's a bottled water. And then if it's your city water, you can also probably Google that. And then you can also just add trace minerals if you think you need more. Magnesium is the number one mineral that we are all deficient in, and we're running around not even knowing it. So you can't just add it in. You're gonna do yourself a favor. Marguerite, July 22 graduate, and this is working. I feel so much better, lost 15 pounds, and have energy. My pain level reduced and inflammation reduced as well. Y'all, there you go, right there. Marguerite, July 22 graduate, and this is working. That's what I love to hear, right? Simple approach to living a happy and healthy life. You, as the woman, making the informed decisions for yourself based on just some foundational information that takes all the fear away and gives you all the power back to take care of yourself. I love it, my friend. Congratulations. Happy graduate. Christina, just signed up for the August class. IF for years, but I need to work on nutrients when I feast. Thank you. You're welcome, my friend. Just, avoid all the things that deplete you and add in more of the things that don't. Super simple process. The fasting and the feasting can be a little irrelevant to that. But we do know also, right, that the 20-hour fast, when your body's feasting internally off what it has in storage, is going to find some minerals as well and some nutrients. The Straight Road. Jean here. I'm a 70-year-old. July 2022 Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course graduate. I no longer fear not getting the right nutrients. I learned how to feed my own body and haven't felt this well in years. Or she says so well in years. So she hasn't felt so well in years. You guys, 72. I mean, come on. Her future self is going to be amazing. Amazing. She just added years onto her life. So excited. Althea, we in the West Indies eat a lot of carbs, such as rice and ground provisions. So diet change is itself stressful. I'm so willing to do it though. Okay, my friend, I eat rice all the time. Rice is not the enemy, right? It's all the things that we don't connect that fall outside when we're not thinking. So rice is not the problem. And if you are active and you support that kind of lifestyle of consuming those kind of carbohydrates, you're not going to get yourself in trouble. It's the exceptions that get us in trouble. So enjoy the way you eat in your culture and with your customs. That's why I don't tell people how to eat, because it's not fair. Like, I have no idea how you eat in the West Indies. I know how I eat in here in Texas. You probably are eating way better. I don't know, right? So figure out what your customs are, what your culture is, what's easily accessible to you, and make that work for you. And I promise you, you'll be able to make that work. Candace, I'm signed up for the August class. Can't wait. Question. You've mentioned that coffee is okay to consume during fasting hours. What about black iced tea? Thanks, and see you soon. Yeah, black iced tea is great. I often, in the summertime can kind of go between the two. So yeah, whatever works for you. Just can't have any kind of essences or flavorings or sugars or those kind of things. Karen, another July 2022 grad. Fasting is super easy. The feasting is hard part for me. I think I will be working on this for a long time, trying to find what makes me look and feel my best. Karen, we all are. I still am. And I've been living this lifestyle with intermittent fasting for almost 7 years. And I've been a health and wellness coach, primarily focusing on nutrition for my adult life. And I still am looking for things and tweaking things and making exceptions and then deciding that didn't work. Like, it's a constant thing. And I say, congratulations for staying focused on you and being attentive of your body. It's always going to be a thing that we're evolving in. So enjoy the heck out of it. Prayer Kitty, what kinds of sugar? White sugar, honey, liquid stevia drops, glucose, fructose? Yes, all of them. Your body doesn't know what kind of sweetener you're putting into it. It only responds to the sweetness. And so all of those things can be problematic. Even the ones that have, been deemed like the good ones, right? Like the fake ones, they all affect us. So you have to just decide, like, how important is it for you to have all of that? And can you do it on a boundary type of basis and build some structure around it? Or do you have to always have something sweet? And if you always have to have something sweet, then your body's always responding to the sweet. And so you got to kind of play around with that and figure it out. The straight road. Or Jean again. Jean, I wish I would just know that you're the straight road. The class was hands down one of the best health investments I've ever made. It is benefiting my family too. Energy, calm, new outlook, and weight loss is the bonus. You can do this. Yeah, everyone benefits when we're our happiest and our healthiest. Everyone benefits when we are our happiest and healthiest, which is why we have to be selfish first so that we can be selfless later, right? And so putting you first and making all those positive changes is very important. And now everybody around you gets to benefit. So Jane, congratulations to you and your family. Okay, Althea, you are so right. High starch diet. Yeah, but some people are okay with that. So don't fear how your body works and what your culture is. You got to just tweak it and make it work for you. Linda, I can't believe I'm seeing you live. Yes, girlfriend. Hello and welcome. You're amazing, Diane. Thank you for all you do for us. I've been doing IF for 7 months, not lost weight, but I'm maintaining, doing 24 most days. Now to start making the right choices to support my health so weight will start moving and feeding my body in a better way. Linda from the UK. Linda from the UK, you should join class. We're starting August 6th. We have lots of people from the UK in class with us, so you won't be alone. You might find a friend in there. And I teach you how to do all that in a very systematic way. So it's really easy for you. Kelsey, July 22, grad, just purchased a soda stream so I can have my bubbly water. It really helps get through, get those 150 ounces in. And I feel so wiped if I'm not making smart food choices. So energized when I do, right? So remember that, write it down. Kelsey, write that last part down. If I'm not making smart food choices, I feel wiped. And when I make smart food choices, I feel energized. And just keep reminding yourself of those two feelings, because it's the feeling we're going for, right? We want to feel energized. And when we connect the feeling, the end result of something, the after effect, then we make better choices. So we get the after effect that we like. So I'm so proud of you, girlfriend. Althea, high straight road. I have to learn to feed my body with nutrient dense foods too. Yeah, for sure. We all do. And remember, like the dialogue has changed about what nutrient dense foods are based on what we've been told from societies or standards or the nutrition community or the food industry. Like fat used to be bad, now fat is good. And so you have to make informed choices based on you. Don't listen to the information out there completely, right? You have to kind of listen to it and then question it and test it out to see what works for you. Donna, love you back, girlfriend. Julie, as far as getting minerals, is carbonated mineral water as good as non-carbonated? The carbonation is not where you're getting the minerals. The carbonation is just where you're getting the bubbles. The minerals come from what the water is in and of itself, without or with carbonation. So the spring or mineralized water, there's spring and mineralized water that is flat, and there's spring and mineralized water that's carbonated. So the carbonation doesn't really make a difference with nutrients. Yvette, want to sign up for the August group, but will miss first day and a week of the end of the month. Will they be recorded? Should I consider another time? Never put off taking care of yourself. So the first day of class is a welcome. So the 6th is a Saturday. You just get logged in, you get comfortable with the format, logging, clicking around, all that kind of stuff. Friday, you meet all your new friends. So Friday's the 5th, we get all welcomed in there. And then the last week, there's no lessons. It's just you and me hanging out in the community group, in case you're freaked out that I'm not like showing up to talk to you every morning when you start your day. So the last week is just a really like a down week where we just answer questions and stuff like that. So I think you'll do great. I say don't put it off. Joanne, feeling great and loving it. Clothes are fitting better and the belly rolls are finally shrinking. Been fitness freak and dieting for years. 24 works, makes it so simple. God bless you. Yeah, for sure, right? Who knew? So I think the biggest aha moment is for the women who jump into class who have been in this industry and we're scared to leave what we used to do. I was that woman, right? That's why I teach the way I teach. I had been in the health and fitness industry since I was in my 20s, and in my 50s, I had to change things. So yeah, it's okay. It's all good. It worked for us then, just stopped working for us. And now we can change and do some new things. Jane, what could be the reason I wake up at 3 a.m. known as the time our liver detoxes or something? Oftentimes it's called the dawn effect, and it's your liver dumping a bunch of stored glucose into your bloodstream. And it's like you just got a sugar shock and you're wide awake. I'd recommend jumping into class. I teach you how to drain the tanks very efficiently on a 24-hour basis. And that definitely does go away. Donna, is reverse osmosis water with a mineralizer what I should be drinking? I don't know what you should be drinking. If that's something that would work for you and you can kind of provide that for yourself, I would say it's probably a great option. The mineralized water is the best you can get in, just because we're all deficient in minerals. We all are deficient in minerals, so we need to get them. And if that works for you, I say, girlfriend, go for it for sure. Nixie, can we take our vitamins on an empty stomach? I don't know. Again, that's very personal. I can't take like a vitamin B on an empty stomach. It makes me feel really nauseous. I know that there's fat soluble vitamins, there's water soluble vitamins. Do your research and then make an informed and comfortable decision for you, and just experiment. Idina, what minerals would you suggest for water? Magnesium, calcium, potassium, and if possible, sodium. All waters are made differently. You have to find a brand that works for you, for cost, convenience, all those kind of things, or just put some trace minerals in. If you don't have sodium in your water, just add sodium to your life. Michelle, just wanted to say I've been doing the 20-hour fasting. I'm now in the 3rd week. Severe hot flashes gone. Check. I have not had one hot flash since the 2nd day of fasting. I'm now losing weight, and I'm also getting up at 3 a.m. every morning, getting a good workout in, so I feel great. Fantastic, my friend. You're winning at everything. Love it. Thank you for reporting back so other women can have the confidence to do the same for themselves. Donna, July 22, a graduate class. During class, lost 5 pounds on my first week. My clothes are fitting better. Stomach getting smaller. This is the best $197 that I've spent in my whole life. Thank you, Diane. Donna, you are so welcome, my friend. It is an investment. I was just on a consult call this morning with one of our students in class, and I said, we should treat our happiness and our health endeavors the same way we would treat any other hobby. Like, we should be our own hobby. If you're investing in a hobby that doesn't include your happiness and your health, I would reconsider maybe some of those spending allocations back to you and invest on something that's going to teach you how to take care of yourself. The information that you learned in class, Donna, you can go back and review anytime you want, is a rinse and repeat process. You can come back to this lifestyle every single day. Every single day. Girlfriend, I am so proud of you for making that investment in you. Althea, thanks, Straight Road. Was not sure about signing up, but I may very well do so after your encouragement. Yeah, come sign up. Come sign up. We have our graduates in here. We have people who have just signed up who are just loving it. So it is the best $197 you can spend on you. The best. Idina, this is my second week doing IF. Looking forward to doing 24 this entire week. Yeah. Awesome. Come back and let us know how it's going for you. We'll be here on Thursday. Let us know. Joyce, I'm new to all this. I have no idea what to eat during the window. I'm in my early 60s, have a lot of weight to lose. Joyce, jump into class. I will teach you everything that you need to know so that your 60s, your 70s, your 80s, your 90s, and beyond are the best years of your life. TM King, I currently fast 8 p.m. to 4 p.m. daily. 8 p.m. to 4 p.m. daily. You mean 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. daily? You encourage not missing celebration moments. How do I adjust my feasting window if I'm going to brunch at 11 on one day? You just go to brunch and you make the best informed decisions while you're at brunch. And then you do whatever you do for the rest of the day. You start your next fast at 8 p.m. and you just get right back on schedule. Super easy. You just have to make an informed decision. Marianne, should I eat in the 4-hour window even if I'm not hungry? I teach this in class. Jump in class. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. You have to just kind of see how your day is going and understand why you're not hungry, right? Marie Alina, your thoughts on bone broth. I have been taking 8 ounces and very pleased. My thoughts on bone broth are you're taking 8 ounces and you're very pleased. So I have no other thoughts other than what you're experiencing with your bone broth experience. PJ Padlock, is garlic and onion okay in food when breaking a fast? Why would it not be? I don't know anything about onion and garlic that would be a problem. Eli Liu, I enrolled in the class, but I have not been able to download anything. It does not let me. Did you get an email saying that you got the download? So you got an email from me saying, download your course PDFs or something like that. If you didn't get that email, just email me and I'll make sure that they get forwarded to you. Mount Logan Lodge, Haines Junction, Yukon. It sounds like a place we all should go. Roxy from the Yukon. I might join in August. I finally, because of you, able to do 20 hours clean. I'm not letting cream dictate my life anymore. Was my problem. You're amazing. Girlfriend, you're amazing. Why should cream be the most important part of your life, right? And your Mount Logan Lodge, is that a vacation place that we should all like check out and go have a retreat at or something? Yeah, girlfriend, you're winning. Get rid of that cream. Jeannie, hi Diane, signed up for August. I'm not able to access different links as I wanted to take a look at the materials. Is there anything I could do to prepare ahead of time? Yeah, everything we talk about here. Just everything we talk about here. You should have gotten an email with 2 downloads, an intermittent feasting guide and an intermittent fasting guide. If you didn't get that, email me. I'll send it to you or show you where to look in your inbox. And you can't access anything because we don't start until the 6th. I do that on purpose. I need everyone to start class together. So I'm going to make you be patient. It's the other thing we practice here in this community. Althea, Di, could you please refresh my mind about the times and days of the next course? The next course starts on August the 6th. Registration closes August the 5th at around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. On the 5th, I welcome you all into the community group. That's when you guys get to know each other, introduce yourselves, share a little bit about who you are. On the 6th, we start class together. The 6th is a very slow start. It's a welcome. Make sure everyone can log in, remembers their password, can click around, feels confident, all those kind of things. And then we start officially on the Sunday. And I just posted it again in the comment section for you guys. Debbie, I'm a new follower. Great info. I've been low carb keto for a while and have been intermittent fasting, but not the right way. I did my first 20-hour fast and I've already noticed a small change on the scale in my energy level. Yeah, of course, because your body wants to live this lifestyle. We have been fighting it, right? Because we've been told other things. So keep rinsing and repeating that, my friend, and you will do well. Sherry, I've been doing IF for almost 2 years now and just doing research on rotational fasting. Do you have any thoughts on this? I don't have the brain capacity to rotate anything. The simplest lifestyle that I have lived for myself is consistently fasting 20 hours, consistently feasting 4 hours, breaking my fast around the same time, starting my fast around the same time. I don't have any time for that stuff. And that is, again, just the whole going back to people creating things so you'll feel like you need them, right? Fasting and living my most authentic life creates the best rotation for me. I never miss a memory making moment. I always rotate in life. But if you're the kind of person that needs that like diligent like change and all that, then that's probably going to work for you. Wanda, another good one. Is there a mineral additive that I can add to my water? I think Trace Minerals is the best one. Kathy, I am a July graduate. Congratulations, my friend. I'm glad that I did it. I feel great. The fasting part was the easiest. I'm working on what works for me while feasting and adding exercise to my routine. Yes, one step at a time. Fasting first. That's why we teach that the first week of class. Feasting consideration second, and feeling good and confident about your decision-making process. And then you add in the fitness component and you got the trifecta to aging successfully. It's a beautiful combination. Jane, would you suggest eating at the same time every day? I suggest eating when it works for you. Stop all the hard rules. You're gonna fail if you're putting yourself on such a restricted schedule that's impossible to meet. So just feast when you can. Lisa, I signed up for the August class this morning. Congratulations, my friend. I'm currently fasting 16/8, but feel like I don't have all the info to make this successful long-term. Looking forward to learning more. You're going to get everything you need in class, my friend. Tracy, July 22 graduate. Congratulations. Highly recommend class. I've been doing IF for almost 6 months before class started, and I feel like I am much more successful in my fasting and my feasting windows now. Yeah, because a lot of times we go rogue, right? With all the different little bits and pieces of information we pick up here and there from everybody on the internet, and we never really get a chance to just sit in our own decision-making process. So Tracy, I'm very proud of you. Now you can sit in your own decision-making process and you can be successful for as long as you want to be successful. Kathy, I have had gastric bypass, so eating a lot at one time is hard. So I plan to eat 2 healthy meals a day. Perfect. Let us know how that works for you. Shelly, glad I caught you live. My son's wedding was Saturday, and I was so glad to have learned from you beforehand. So I felt great before, during, and after the wedding. And that's exactly how a memory making moment is supposed to feel. Today, I'm back on track and looking forward to feeling even greater for my next son's wedding in less than 3 weeks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shelly, I want to send you a big old hug. You should be able to attend those kind of memory making moments and life events without any other feeling than fantastic. So I'm so excited for you. I bet you were fully present and enjoyed every minute of that wedding, and you get to do it again in 3 weeks, and you get to take the last experience with you to the next one, and I'm sure that's going to even be better for you. So I'm so proud of you, my friend. Wendy, great to be here. Always great advice. You rock. Thank you, my friend. Annie, so 24, are you supposed to eat 2 meals in 4 hours? Don't make such strict rules for yourself. A 4-hour feasting window is exactly that. It's a 4-hour opportunity for you to make decisions about how well you want to feast in that 4 hours. You get to decide. Sometimes it's 2 meals, sometimes it's 3 meals. I have had 4-hour grazing periods that have been absolutely amazing. In 4 hours, I've also decided to just eat once. You just have a 4-hour window to make decisions on how you want to feast. That's the best way to look at it. Donna, 2 small gallstones. Is it safe to fast? I heard it's caused by fasting, but not believing it. Yeah, I don't know. Like who told you that? Did you fast and got gallstones? I don't know. A lot of people have had gallstones removed and never fasted a day in their life. So you have to put all the pieces of the picture together and then make an informed decision for you for sure. Rita, my friend, need clarification on electrolytes. How much, how often, drops, or just salt is just enough? Electrolytes are the hydrating minerals: potassium, magnesium, sodium, calcium. Most of us walk around deficient in those things. I get mine in my water. You have to figure out what the best way to do for you. There's no wrong way or no right way. There's just either doing it or not doing it and making sure you're efficient or deficient. So you got to play around with it. I would say if you're getting those kind of minerals throughout the day, like I do in my water, you're probably fine. Adding drops to your water is going to be great. And if you're really, really concerned about it, just go get some blood work done. Carol, I started this 2 days ago, eating healthily, consciously, trying to eat nutritiously. a dense food, have had upset stomach for the past 2 days. Is this normal? Love your channel. I have no idea. There's no such thing as normal in this kind of lifestyle because, Carol, it's just you. So if you having an upset stomach for the last 2 days is not a normal thing for you, I would check what you're doing in your feasting window. Remember, when you're fasting, you're doing nothing to your digestive system except allowing it to reset itself, right? And balance itself back out. So then if you put something into a now balanced and reset digestive system and you don't feel good, that's usually a sign or symptom that the things you're doing are not working for you anymore. So go back and reevaluate what you're doing in your feast. Sally, took your class in 2019, I'm 68, finally at my goal weight. Thanks to you. Your class changed my life. I will never stop following you. Sally took the class in 2018, y'all. It's 2022, so do the math on that one. That's a lifestyle that will last the test of time. She's 68 at her goal weight at 68. Let's listen to all these things, right? Sally's winning at this. She changed her own life by just listening and having an open mind and implementing what she learned. I'm providing information. You guys always have the choice to listen and implement and test things out for you. Thank you, Sally, for trusting me with you. I never take that lightly. I appreciate you. Now go live your best life, my friend, and keep checking in with us. We love to hear these success stories. 2019, you guys, that means she survived the bad last couple of years and is still making progress. That is good. Amanda, greetings from Laguna Beach, California, girlfriend. That is my favorite place. I'm in day 10 of fasting and I feel super energetic. My question for you is, what had been one of your favorite success stories with your students? There's not one. I've had my friend Janet, who ended up graduating from class and left the home that she was in, that she was feeling very disconnected from her children in because they were living far away and her grandchildren. And she had all this energy and newfound confidence in herself. And she ended up selling her home and moving to be with her kids and her grandkids. Like, that's an amazing story for me. We have had hip replacement surgeries canceled because pain went away. We've had knee surgeries canceled. We have mystery rashes disappear, skin conditions go away. Those are the stories that absolutely make me excited about coming here every day and talking to you guys. Those stories. We've also had 100-pound weight losses. We have had people who have been told by their doctors that they've recovered from certain things way faster than they ever anticipated. Like, you name it, it has happened. That's why I say there's no normal. There is no normal. There are no two stories that are the same. And we have had thousands of women from all over the world take this course and adapt this lifestyle. And it's just like, yep, of course that happened because you let your body do its thing, right? It's just absolutely amazing. So I don't have one favorite story. I have thousands of favorite stories. And they never get old and they never surprise me. They just amaze me. They just amaze me at what fascinating things our bodies can do when we just get out of the way. Tanya, I'm new to fasting, 7th day for me. And when is your August class? I need to learn more. August the 6th is when we start. August the 5th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, registration will close. I highly recommend getting on my email list or just registering today. The link is in the comment section and it's also in my description. It's all over the internet. Just get yourself registered, my friend. You don't want to end up waiting too long because I do not let you in. If you register late, you will have to wait till the next class. Susan, so proud to be healing every day from the inside, watching from Montgomery, Alabama. Girlfriend, welcome. And yes, it is the best thing. Ellen, from Nova Scotia, Canada, loving all I'm learning and IF is working, feeling so good. Welcome, girlfriend. We love our friends from Canada. And yes, you're doing all the work. Holly, just jumped on, so if I miss this, ignore. Will the course cover how to meet our daily caloric needs in a 4-hour eating window? Yes, in a sense, by just not worrying about calories anymore. You do not have to worry about calories because we talked about this. Nutrients do not equal calories and calories do not equal nutrients. You should just be worried about getting the best nutrients for you to support the lifestyle that you have. And we don't have to count calories when you understand what your body does in a fasted state. Kimberly, completely new and need lots of help. Kimberly, girlfriend, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've hit the bell notification. Get on my email list. Hang out with us here on these lives. We're going to help you any way we can. Show up, ask questions, leave comments. I highly recommend jumping into class because you will be with an amazing community of women who are on the same page you are, and you all will do the work together. Rebecca, new to your channel and love all the info on fasting. Started in 2022, stopped after having COVID, jumped back on to 24 after finding your videos and feel so much better. Yeah, for sure. A lot of women have said that too, that long haul COVID effect starts to go away with these really long fasts. So yeah, it heals all things. Sherry, 22 grad. Congratulations, graduate. Love this lifestyle you've taught me. Had a 3-day weekend of memory making moments, learned a lot about my body. And one day one day I better for me. I'm not sure what that means. Back to squeaky clean, 20-hour fast. Thank you for support you provide. Yeah, for sure. And you should have those memory making moments and you should learn from them for sure. And then just jump right back in whenever you get back home. Can we use LMNT electrolytes? You can if you want. I don't use them. I don't know anything about them. I can't say good or bad about them. But if that's what you found that works for you, then there's nothing wrong with that. I think I read that one already. A Star Girl. Hi, so glad to catch a live new sub. Been following fasting since Lent of March 17th. I've lost 15 kilograms. Good for you, girlfriend. Althea, wow, I long to lose at least 20 pounds. I'm encouraged. Yes, we've had women lose hundreds of pounds. My son said it would be cool if we could go back and trace like actually how much weight this community of women have lost at a time in their life when they feel like hopeless about losing weight. You can lose weight. You just got to get out of your body's way, let it heal and do its thing. But we've lost lots for sure. Jill, 5.5 years fasting. First time in this time frame. My jeans are getting tight. Time to cut out sugar, get more water, and be mindful of my eating. Exactly. Joyce, 22 grad. Congratulations, my friend. Lost 8 pounds, feeling great, sleeping great. The only way of eating that has worked for me in over 4 years of trying all the other programs. This works, ladies. Yes, it is. And you just get to decide to continue to do this as long as you want to keep those results, right? So feeling great is the best thing. And she lost 8 pounds, y'all, in class. So she's not even done with the full month yet. Colleen signed up for the August class. Been doing 20 hours of fasting since July 6th. Have lost 10 pounds. Really looking forward to class. Girl, you're going to kill it in class. Classy, how and where do I sign up for the August 6th class? Go to fortoday'sagingwoman.com/ find out more, or just Google fortoday'sagingwoman.com, and there will be information there on my website. You can get on the email list, or you can register right when you're there today. Registration is fully open. Okay, I think I lost my place with comments. Okay, Star Girl. I'm 49 and knew I had to change my way of eating. So glad I did. I feel 10 years younger. For sure. You're welcome. Susan, awesome trace minerals is what I was already using. My hubby is on a 20-hour fast with me. That's the best. And I'm sure you're going to help influence his health moving forward too. Cilion 84, blood pressure continue to stay way low. Looking forward to next doctor's appointment. Thanks for creating such a great community for us. You're the best. Girlfriend, let us know how it goes with your doctor's appointment, okay? I'd love to see that continue to keep going in that direction for you. Susan, thanks for transforming so many lives. My pleasure. My passion is to make sure that this world is full of aging women who are empowered and confident and healthy and happy, and we deserve all of this, right? And we want to have great lives for our kids and be able to be around to witness them have amazing lives and influence our grandkids and all those kind of things. So it is absolutely my pleasure, and I thank you for choosing to spend time with me. Liz, carbonated water is bad for your bones though. Okay, so don't drink it. That's fine. I don't have any problem with carbonated water. Again, it's those things that was put in a report. There's all kinds of things that could be bad for your bones. Having a daughter at 40 and taking blood thinners to make sure I had a healthy pregnancy was bad for my bones, but I did it anyways because I wanted to have a baby and not have another miscarriage. So we all make exceptions for things. And if you have decided that's not going to work for you, then definitely don't do it. Liz, okay, perfect. Star Girl, is brown sugar better? My go-to chocolate is dark with 88% cocoa. It's got a lot of fiber, and you can't eat a lot. Win-win. Okay, so that's your jam, my friend. Nella, hi. What can I do? I get very constipated on this diet. I need albumin for breakfast and fruit. Then that's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. Add more fiber into your diet. And I'm excited to start the August class. Began this 24 or 5 days ago. So far, I'm feeling so much better. Yes, class is just going to get better for you then. Marie, where do you get that information, Liz? And there's some report out there that says that carbonated water strips your bones of calcium. So add more calcium in. I don't know. There's all kinds of things that strip your bones of calcium, like living in menopause does also. So you have to you have to pick the battles you want to fight. And carbonated water is a thing that I love. It helps me get through the morning. It helps balance out my hunger hormone. So I'm going to take the benefit of that over the possible risk for me. So you have to make an informed decision for yourself. Star, at Chemist, can you get powders that add water to your stool? Babies can use it. I don't know what that is. Anri, I wonder why weight loss is so much slower when we fast compared to I eat 3 times a day, 30 grams. I don't know. Maybe your body just responds to that better. Can you feast longer in the evening? Does the time we eat matter? You have to make it work for your life so you don't leave your life to try to follow a diet. Sally, easiest way I have ever lost weight. I will never count another point, carb, calorie, etc. I'm your 2019 grad. Love this lifestyle. Yeah, you don't have to count if you do things informed, for sure. The calorie counting, the macro counting, all that kind of stuff is the mentality of the diet culture that we're expected to buy into. And you can do all that without. Michelle, I'm encouraged. Girlfriend, Athea, you should be encouraged and jump into class with us for sure. Your hormones really are the police of your body. The fasting is great for helping keep them happy. Stargirl, 100%. Nicole, are there any discount codes available for your course? No, it is already very discounted for the information that you get and the life-changing experience that you're going to have. It's very affordable. Rebecca, I feel like there's a connection between eating refined carbs and hot flashes. Anyone else experience this or notice this? Happens to me every time. Girlfriend, if you've made that connection, then you have to decide, do you want refined carbs or do you want hot flashes? And I think it's probably true for most people. We just don't make that connection. How do I enroll? For today's with an S, agingwoman.com. On my website, there's a button you can click to find out more or learn about the class. Just go there, sign up on my email list. The next page tells you about class, and then you can register. It's like a 3-step process. J Girl, it sure is freeing not counting macros and weighing every single food I put in my mouth. Still shocked that this 24 worked for my stubborn menopause. Hypothyroid body. So thrilled. Yes, because we've been sold just a bunch of nonsense. There's where you can find out about class when registration closes. At the bottom of the screen right here, it also is scrolling the link that you can go to. You can just write it down, go to it later, or click the link in the comment section. It's both Facebook and Instagram. And I got to get through these last questions, so we got to get out of here. Anita, I discovered your videos about a week ago and immediately signed up for the class. Girl, you're my kind of girl. Just know you want to do it. Sign up. Gwen, been fasting 18-6 and fasting to feast. Feasting to fast makes so much more sense, right? Exactly. Rebecca, I'm in the same boat with menopause and hypothyroid, hoping the stubborn fat leaves. It will leave when your body's healed with other things. Let's see. I'm on day 5 of 24 in keto. Awesome. Keep us posted on how that's going. Jen, I'm starting today. Fantastic. Just make a decision and jump in. Jenny, thank you for your with finding the 2 downloads. Super excited to start August class and be in such a supportive community with other aging women with like minds of wanting overall wellness. Yeah, you're going to be in a great group of women. We have, I don't know what it is about this community, and I'm grateful for it every single day. I love you guys. How we seem to pull together some of the nicest, most helpful, encouraging women that end up jumping into class. So you're going to have a really great time. It's a great way to connect with other women. Bridget, I tend to not drink much water. Need some advice on drinking more water. Without seeming short, just drink more water. Just make it a point, build it a routine, put reminders all over your house. Just drink more water. You just don't make it super complicated. Just drink it. Lavender plus roses. Let's not forget high insulin locks nutrients in and prevents their utilization by the body. Some of the most anemic people I've seen are obese. Yeah, that could be true. Laura, I've been talking nonstop about this lifestyle to my friends and family. Which one of your videos should I send them to as good introduction of why they should do this? Anyone will work, really. Just get them on the YouTube channel, tell them to subscribe, and tell them to start watching the videos in the intermittent fasting playlist. I'm kind of repeating the same stuff over for the past 5 years. Heidi, thank you. I'm 66 and you have helped me greatly. I wasn't losing on other fasting schedule. Now after 5 days, I lost 4 pounds, which is great for my heart with history of congestive heart failure. There you go. That could be another one of our success stories, Heidi. I can't wait to see how things get better and better and better for you. Queenie Jones, come on, ladies. Some of you are asking some questions that you can answer yourself if you use your own brain. Okay, well, I always say we should have the opportunity to think for ourselves, and that's what I really want you to be empowered with, right? So you can ask questions, but most of the time I'm going to lead you back to like, just think it through for sure. So We have the power to think for ourselves. We have been conditioned to not think for ourselves and wait for someone to give us an answer. The premise of the intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman course is to get you to think for yourself. I will guide you, but I will not do the work for you. And that's the biggest aha moment most women have. And I think we had a comment here last week where someone said they had really great success with the class, but they were really mad at me because I wouldn't just tell them what to eat. And then she figured it out for herself, and now she feels completely free. Angie, if health-wise I can only do 18-hour fast right now, is your class for me? Yes, because you ultimately get to make the decision for yourself. I'm not going to force you to fast for 20 hours. So if 18 is the best thing for you, then girlfriend, come into class and learn the other things. Queenie, been doing IFing since 2017, such a sustainable lifestyle. Yes, for sure. Okay, I'm going to get these really class. Well, the classes during the August class be recorded. They're all recorded. You can jump in at your own schedule, and then you have the opportunity to review them as many times as you want once you graduate. Sherry, only one day of memory making moments is better than 3 days in a row. Yeah, maybe 3 days is what you need to do. Who knows? What electrolytes do you use? I drink electrolyte water. My mother usually started fasting and now is off her blood pressure meds and has the best blood pressure she's ever had. She's 67 and feeling great. Lots of weight loss as well. IF works. There you go. Rita, I just want to say thank you. You bring me hope. 3 pounds 1 week, but I'm so motivated that I will walk every day. No excuses. God bless. Yeah, 3 pounds in a week is a lot. Tina, pretty sure LMNT electrolytes have stevia, so check ingredients for sure if you're drinking them during a fast. A lot of intermittent fasters on the internet are pumping LMNT. We all have our people that we're sponsored by. They're pumping LMNT because they're probably associated with them in sort of affiliate program. I do the same things with products that I love. I just don't do LMNT. So read the ingredients label, make an informed decision. Don't just take someone's advice off of them selling you something. The same thing with what I talk about here. Don't come into class if you're not ready to do the work, or don't come into class if you're finding success on your own. The class I offer is just for the people who are ready to take the next step or feel like it might benefit from them. But always ask why you're pulling out your credit card before you pull out your credit card, and make sure that the advertised results are what you're going to get from the class. And we try to do that here in this community. July graduate here at 54 years old and lost 8 pounds. Have viewed countless videos on Diane's class. Is an eye-opener for the aging woman and learning about your body. Mineral water is a must. Thank you. MC, congratulations. Yes, for sure. And you're walking away with all kinds of information you can carry with you for the rest of your life. Jan, how often does your class meet and how often are you speaking online like you are now? I don't speak online in class. It's recorded every single day for 21 days. You get me like this, teaching you. And then after the 21 days, we have a week where I still stay with you to make sure that you're steady on your feet before I send you out into the world on your own. And then you can always come back to these as refreshers anytime you want as a graduate as well. But the class is just a different format than what I do live. Marianne, love LMT, best thing for me to successful fasting. Well, there you go. Shaman, this woman was a failed realtor whose own health is a shambles, unfortunately, uncontrolled chronic. Okay. I don't know what that means. She's just selling classes with zero knowledge of science. Oh, you're talking about me. I've never been in the real estate market, so I don't even know. I've never been a realtor. So if you're talking about me, must be confused. Sherry, I went for a blood draw for annual checkup. Showed high blood calcium level. Doctor made me come back for another draw. Not sure what that means. Any explanation? Go back for the next draw. See what happens. Remember, blood draws are like taking blood that's flowing through your system at a moment in time. So always go back for the second draw, and then don't freak out. Don't draw any conclusions yourself. Get the second draw and then see what your doctor has to say. Kelly, I'm a July 22 graduate and can't wait to start the mindset classes. You have already changed my life, my friend. My friend, I can't wait for you to go into the next class. It's super fun. Last comment, Lillian, I use pink Himalayan salt. Is that good to get to put into your water? Yeah, why not? The more salt in the purest form you can get, the better. I always say we salt everything in my house, and I'm constantly putting salt under my tongue for a little energy boost for sure. Okay, so August 6th, next class, August 5th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Registration hard closes. Don't be that person that signs up at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on August 5th, and then you're mad at me because you were too late. August 5th, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Registration closes. If you are getting that itch or that inkling that this might be a community for you to hang out with in August, just join today. Get it done. You'll get the downloads. You get to start practicing what I teach you in the intermittent feasting and the intermittent fasting guide. You'll start to get your head in the game and prepare yourself for a really successful class like a lot of our July 22 graduates are feeling today. They were in the same place you were just a month ago, and now they're graduates. So it happens that quickly. Can't wait to hang out with you guys on Thursday. We're going to come back for another conversation here on Facebook and YouTube. And then if you want to jump on live with me on Instagram tomorrow, we talk about intermittent fasting stuff on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. And then we also do a live on Instagram on Friday where I talk more about metabolic flexibility and using things like a blood glucose meter and ketone meter and Lumen and those kind of things on Friday. So I have lots of places for us to connect for sure. I'm here to serve you and answer your questions and make sure you have the best information for you to make the most informed decisions for yourself. Fast long, feast well, live your most authentic life. That's what we're doing here in this community. I love spending time with you. Thank you for choosing to spend this hour and 9 minutes with me. I love you guys. This community would be nothing without you. So thank you for taking the time to share your thoughts and your successes and your questions and your concerns in the comment section. You're not only helping me have a great community, but you're helping other women as well. And that's the power that we like to have in this community. I love you guys. I will see you on Thursday. Have a great rest of your day. Email me if you need anything or send me a message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.